Through the night, in the grim sight of the mind, I awake and gain sight of the conscious minds in all walks of life. This is the diary of your lives. So it was like a guy named Sugar. I don't know if it's the boxer. So a guy named Sugar. And he went up to somebody and says, I think it was Fighting Wars or something like that. Except I heard it, but, then I said, oh, that guy, he's not into that stuff like that. But anyway, it was, if it was an event or something going on, like either basketball game or, I don't want to say car race, but it had something to do with Indiana Pacers. It was like, I thought it was car, but it was like, it was something with 3-pointers. So it might have been around a basketball game, but for some reason these guys were standing around looking like, around cars or something like that. It was very long cars, long vehicles rather. And one of them, had like either yellow or something, like yellow and white. So I started thinking like, it had something to do with Indiana. Very odd. I couldn't put it together. I couldn't see it clearly. Or have a perception of it. Anyway, so it had like something to do with Nutty Professor too, And like, it was like a couple, white and black, but it was a third person or maybe one first person, and like, he had tattoos all over, black had tattoos all over. Yeah, someone said, like he didn't see the second part, and it's like, how you gonna get the premise? So he watched the ending of the first movie to know what the second one was, but it was just like, it was too mixed up. I was like, why am I even dreaming about this? Something about, I thought it was like the couple's child or something like that. It was like 3 of them sitting in a bed. That's how it looked like. Maybe it was 2 people, but it was, maybe the guy with the tattoos was skinnier, so that's how I thought that. Or the person thought that I was watching. I don't know. It was too mixed up. It had something to do with the Nutty Professor. And, oh yeah, it's like the Nutty Professor was, labeled evil or something like that. And at the end, the other person was. So maybe someone was watching a movie. I don't know. I gotta watch Nutty Professor to understand that dream or something. So yeah, that's my second part of the dream. So what I saw like a car, this and that, had something to do with Indiana, or like the Pacers jersey to begin with. I think I saw the Pacers jersey, but it's the guys like the way they categorize like a basketball player. It almost felt like the guy was seeing or thinking, whoever it was, that the guy was driving like a like a long car. He was gonna shoot from the car like a 3-pointer. That's how they saw people. That's how I saw it. But it's like one of the guys, I leveled him at 4 out of 5, and he had the right perception. You can't just go like let's say you're dribbling down the court and just already start shooting 3 and just gonna make it. That's very rare. You gotta concentrate. So they were thinking about that, about the player, or the player was, and also he wasn't really a 5 out of 5. That's how they labeled ball players, basketball players, that whether they could have a good a shooting range or a good shot, whether they were a good shot. But anyway, they saw him as a 4.5, so he wasn't the greatest or the best.